Recording in progress.
Ladies and gentlemen, the event will begin shortly. Please take a moment to settle in and make yourself comfortable. Before we begin, we kindly ask you to update your Zoom name into your full name. This will help us connect with you more easily and address your question more effectively throughout the session. Thank you for your cooperation. I would like to repeat. The event will begin shortly. Please take a moment to settle in and make yourself comfortable. Before we begin, we kindly ask you to update the Zoom name into your full name. This will help us connect with you more easily and address your question more effectively throughout the section. Thank you for your cooperation. We would like to repeat, ladies and gentlemen, the event will begin shortly. Please take a moment to settle in and make yourself comfortable. Before we begin, we kindly ask you to update your Zoom name to your full name. This will help us connect with you more easily and address your question more effectively throughout the section. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nisai Open Day 2026 British Curriculum from Personalized Learning to Top International Universities. I'm Tris and I will be your host throughout today's session. And to help you follow the event more easily, we've enabled the interpretation feature. Please follow the instruction on your screen to select your preferred language. Thai, Vietnamese, Bahasa, and Japanese interpretation channels are available. Now to begin today's event, we would like to invite you to watch a short video introducing Nisai Global School.
Nisai Global School is the first fully interactive online British secondary school that delivers quality-assured home education for pupils aged 8 to 18 globally. Nisai Global School offers a complete pathway of education online. We provide everything that you would expect to find in a traditional school, from subject lessons, homework and assignments, to houses, clubs, and even end-of-term reports. Being recognized as an international school, the curriculum of Nisai Global School is adapted from the Nisai Virtual Academy, with subjects from Cambridge International Curriculum and Pearson International Curriculum, leading to Cambridge IGCSE, Pearson Edexcel International GCSE, and A-level qualifications.
Okay, thank you for your attention. So our organization's panel would like to inform you that to help you follow the event more easily, we've enabled the interpretation feature. Please follow the instruction on the screen right now to select your preferred language, Thai, Vietnamese, Bahasa, and Japanese interpretation channels are available. Please refer to the instruction on the screen right now. Thank you. So I would like to start our event today right here. Dear parents and students, in today's rapidly evolving world, technology is reshaping how we live, learn, and contribute to a more sustainable future. Now more than ever, education and technology must work hand in hand through high quality programs that support well-rounded development in every child. That's why this is such an important moment for families to explore the suitable learning pathways for your children. At Nisai, we're proud to offer a high quality British standard curriculum to students around the world. Today's event is your opportunity to learn more about British curriculum, hear from our global community, and gain a glimpse into how Nisai provides a personalized and supportive online learning environment for all. Today, we honor to welcome a distinguished panel of guest speakers. Miss Leslie Laws, Head of Teaching and Learning at Nisai UK. Ms. Satil Ritwa, Senior Subject Lead Social and Business Studies at Nisai Global School. Ms. Mei Huang, Academic Coordinator at Nisai Global School, and with the accompany of our partners, parents, and students across the globe. Our event is structured into three key segments. Part 1, British Curriculum and Nisai Recognition, Pathway to International Universities with International GCSE and A-levels, and Student Support Services. Part 2, How Nisai Teachers Teach with Personalized Approach and Sharings from Nisai Parents, Students, and Partners. And lastly, Part 3, Q&A session. And now we're pleased to welcome Ms. Leslie Laws, Head of Teaching and Learning at Nisai Learning UK, to open today's event. She will be sharing valuable insight into British curriculum and Nisai recognition in the last 30 years. Please welcome Ms. Leslie Laws.
Hello, everyone. Can everybody see my screen? Wonderful.
Yes, we can. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So hello and welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Before we begin, I'd like to briefly introduce myself. My name is Leslie Laws, and I am the Head of Teaching and Learning at Nissan. I've worked in education for over 20 years across a range of educational settings and sectors, supporting learners of all ages and backgrounds. And I've been part of Nisai for almost 12 years, where I've had the privilege of helping to develop high quality online education and support schools, teachers and learners both in the UK and internationally. I hold Qualified Teacher and Learning Status, QTLS, Advanced Teacher Status, ATS, and Chartered Teacher Status, reflecting my commitment to maintaining the highest professional standards. I'm also a member of the Education and Training Foundation's Practitioner Advisory Group, or ETF, which is a professional body that supports excellence in teaching and leadership across the further education and skills sector in England. And as a member of its Practitioner Advisory Group, I work alongside educational professionals from across the country to share best practice and contribute to the development of teaching and learning and educational policy. Alongside my teaching and leadership experience, I have specialist recognition for education in sustainable development, and I'm also a mental health first aider. And these roles reflect my belief that outstanding education is about developing the whole learner academically, personally, and emotionally. And I'm delighted to have this opportunity to share more about the British curriculum with you today and explain why it's recognised around the world and answer any questions you may have. One of the questions that we're asked most often is, what exactly is the British curriculum? And many families have heard terms like GCSEs, A-levels, exam boards and British qualifications, but it's not always clear how these fit together. So today I'd like to explain what makes the British curriculum unique, how it prepares young people for university and future careers, and why its flexibility is one of the greatest strengths. So we often think about education as preparing students to pass examinations, but today's children enter a world that's changing faster than ever before. And many of the careers that our children will have don't even exist yet. They'll need to solve complex problems, work with people from different cultures, adapt to new technologies, and continue their learning throughout their lives. And that's why education today is much more than just memorising information. It's about preparing young people for life. So what makes the British curriculum different? Well, the British curriculum has been designed to develop the whole learner. Of course, students study English, mathematics, science, and many other important subjects. But alongside academic knowledge, they're encouraged to ask questions that critically make them think, communicate effectively, and develop independence. And these skills are embedded throughout the curriculum rather than being taught separately. As students progress, they gradually take greater ownership of their learning and become more confident, resilient young people. We often think that education as preparing students to pass examinations, but today's children enter that world that's changing faster than ever before. So we need to develop their skills for the future. The British curriculum has been designed to develop the whole learner. Of course, students study English, mathematics, and science, as I've said, but they really develop those skills for the future. And research from organisations such as the World Economic Forum consistently shows that employers are looking for more than just academic results. They want young people who can think independently, work collaboratively, communicate clearly, adapt to change, use technology confidently, and continue their learning throughout their whole careers. And these are exactly the kind of skills that British education aims to develop every day in the classroom. So now that we've explored what the British curriculum is and why it's recognised around the world, I'd like to take you a moment just to tell you a little bit more about us, about Nisai. So Nisai has been delivering innovative education since 1996 and has become a recognised leader in personalised learning online. Today we support learners from more than 30 countries, working with schools, families and educational organisations, both in the UK and internationally. And what makes Nisai different is our belief that every learner deserves an education that's tailored to their individual needs, strengths and aspirations. We know that no two learners are the same, so we work hard to create an environment where every young person can succeed. And our experienced teachers are specialists in delivering engaging online education and are committed to helping every learner reach their full potential. We support learners with a wide range of needs, including those learning through English as an additional language, learners with special educational needs and disabilities, or SEND, and learners who are gifted and talented and require that additional challenge and enrichment. Every learner is also supported by a form tutor, who is part of our dedicated CAS team. Working alongside teachers, the CAS team provides pastoral support, monitors learning, wellbeing and progress, and helps to ensure that every learner feels known, supported and able to succeed through their educational journey. Alongside high quality teaching, our learners benefit from differentiated learning, personalised support and access to a wide range of digital resources. And we continually monitor progress and adapt our teaching to ensure learners are engaged, confident and appropriately challenged. And of course, at the heart of everything we do is a simple belief: education should be inclusive, personalised and ambitious. And our aim is not only to help learners achieve excellent qualifications, but also develop the confidence, the resilience and the skills that they need to succeed at university and in their future careers and in life. This commitment to quality and inclusion is reflected not only in our teaching, but also the way our school is independently recognised and quality assured, which I'd like to explain next. So as parents and families of students, you may be wondering, how can you be confident that the school offering British education, Nisai, is meeting the high standards you would expect? So in England, education is overseen by the Department of Education, the UK government department responsible for setting national education policy and maintaining high standards across schools. An organisation you may also hear about is Ofsted, which stands for the Office for Standards in Education, Children's Services and Skills. Ofsted is the independent inspectorate for schools in England. Its role is to inspect schools, evaluate the quality of education, leadership, safeguarding and learner outcomes, and publish reports that help parents understand how well schools are performing. While Ofsted plays an important role in defining and promoting high standards expected across the English education system, Nisai is accredited through the Online Education Accreditation System, or OEAS, a Department for Education recognised accreditation scheme, and this means our online school has been independently assessed against these recognised standards for teaching, leadership, safeguarding, learner support, and the quality of online education. Quality assurance is also part of our everyday practice. We regularly observe lessons and provide constructive feedback to our teachers using the Teacher Standards for England as our benchmark for excellent teaching. These observations help us share practice, support professional development, and ensure that our learners consistently experience high engaging, high quality lessons. Our commitment to excellence extends beyond accreditation, and we're proud to have achieved the IQM Inclusive School Award, recognising our commitment to creating an inclusive learning environment where every learner is valued and able to thrive. We're also listed in the Good Schools Guide, which is an independent guide that helps families identify schools recognised for the quality of their educational provision. For families, this means that there's multiple layers of quality assurance. Teaching standards are set by the Department of Education. Expectations for excellent education are reinforced across the sector by organisations such as Ofsted, and our online provision is independently accredited through OEAS. Our teaching is continually reviewed against recognised professional standards, and our wider commitment to inclusion and educational excellence is recognised through awards such as IQM and our inclusion in the Good Schools Guide. Together, these measures provide confidence that your child is learning in a safe, supportive and high-quality educational environment that's committed to continuous improvement and to helping every learner achieve their full potential. So now that we've explored how quality is assured, let's look at how learners progress through the British education system and qualifications that open the doors to universities and future careers around the world. So the British curriculum provides a clear learning journey. Each stage builds on the previous one, gradually increasing both academic challenge and also personal responsibility. Qualifications such as GCSEs and A-levels are important milestones along the way, but they're not the final destination. They're stepping stones towards university, employment, and lifelong learning. And one area that can sometimes seem confusing is qualifications. Within the British education system, there's several respected UK awarding organisations, and each develops qualifications that are recognised by universities and employers around the world. While there are some differences in assessment and subject specifications, they all support high quality British qualifications. And what matters most is selecting the pathway that best supports our learners' strengths, ambitions, and future goals, as every learner is different. Some students enjoy challenging examinations, whilst others perform better with different styles of assessment. Some have ambitious university plans in medicine or engineering. Others may wish to pursue creative subjects, business, or vocational learning. Having flexibility to select a range of recognised British qualification pathways enables us as a school to make decisions based on what is best for our learners, rather than following only one route. And this personalised approach helps students achieve their full potential. And throughout this presentation, we've talked about the strengths of the British curriculum and how it prepares young people for the future. But an excellent curriculum is only part of the story. What really makes a difference is how it's applied to our learners. At Nisai, we believe that there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all education. Every learner brings different strengths, interests, experiences, and ambitions, and our role is to understand those before we make decisions about the journey. We take time to get to know our learners academically and personally. We consider their current attainment, their English language proficiency, the way they learn best, their confidence and well-being, and importantly, what they hope to achieve in the future. And using this information, our experienced teachers and CAS team carefully support our learners throughout their education journey. We have the flexibility to design and deliver programmes that reflect best practice in British education, and we carefully select the curriculum, design the learning resources that will provide the strongest educational experience, drawn on a range of recognised UK awarding organisations where appropriate. And this approach allows us to focus on what matters most: delivering high quality teaching, providing the right level of challenge and support, and ensuring our learners are well prepared for the next steps, whether that's further education, university, or further employment. And our support doesn't just stop once a learner joins the programme. We regularly monitor progress, celebrate achievements, and provide guidance throughout their learning journey, ensuring that every learner has the opportunity to grow in confidence, develop their strengths, and achieve their full potential. And one of the strengths of the British education system is, as a school, Nisai is able to draw on a range of recognised qualification pathways. Rather than relying on a single awarding organisation, we can thoughtfully assess and consider which approach is most appropriate for our learners and their different subjects. And this provides Nisai with a much greater flexibility and allows our educational decisions to remain focused on what is best for the students. Ultimately, the goal is always the same: to help every learner achieve their full potential and progress confidently to the next stage of their education or the next stage in their life. So I'd like to leave you with 3 key messages. Firstly, the British curriculum course that are delivered and developed by Nisai are designed to prepare young people not only for the examinations, but for life beyond school. Secondly, the British qualifications we have selected are recognised internationally and can open doors to universities and pathways to careers around the world. And finally, one of the greatest strengths of the British education system is its flexibility, allowing Nisai to choose the most appropriate qualification pathways for our students while maintaining consistently high educational standards. So thank you very much for your time today, and I'll be delighted to answer any questions in our Q&A part later.
Thank you, Leslie, for your sharing. I believe your insights have helped parents and students better understand our commitment to high quality and accessible education for all. Thank you, parents and students. If you have any question for Leslie, please feel free to send them in the Zoom chat. We will address them during the Q&A session. And because there are still some new audiences attending the meeting, so I would like to repeat that we enable the interpretation feature in the Zoom. So please follow the instruction that we have dropped in the Zoom chat to select your preferred language. We have Thai, Vietnamese, Bahasa, and Japanese interpretation channels are available. Thank you for your attention. Up next, we will take a closer look at the value of international qualifications like International GCSE and A levels and how Nisai support parents and students. Please welcome Ms. May Huang, Academic Coordinator, who will guide us through the International GCSE and A levels and the local supports that we have providing the students and parents. Please welcome Ms. May.
Thank you. So thank you, Tris. I want to introduce me first. So I'm May, and let me share my screen with the presentation today. So good evening, everyone. I'm May from Nisai Global School, and thank you to all the partners, school representatives, parents, and students for spending your precious time joining this event with us. And it's my honor to be here today to share with you about the International GCSE and A-level pathway, together with our student support services provided for parents and students. So my presentation today includes three parts. The first one, International GCSE and A-level learning at Nisai Global School. The second one, graduation from Nisai Global School, and the last one, student support at Nisai Global School. So now we will enter the first part about the International GCSE and A-level learning at Nisai. I'm showing the overall information about the International GCSE and A-level taught at Nisai Global School and two UK learning programs developed by the Cambridge and Pearson at Excel, which are recognized by a lot of educational institutions all around the world. International GCSE and A levels are two continuous levels. So the international GCSE is the upper secondary level, while A levels are the higher one, the international baccalaureate. So after the A levels, a student can apply to a university. Each level is completed in 2 years of learning, and the students will be attending graduation exams after their learning time. The exams are organized twice annually in May, June, and October, November, so that the student can arrange the time and revision plan to sit the exams at a time they are comfortable with. The exam venues are placed at partner schools or centers of the two exam boards in many countries. And after the exam completion, candidates will receive the results printed on a certificate issued by Cambridge or Pearson to support their future applications. The results have no expiry date, but recent results are usually required by schools or universities no later than 2 years before the application period. And in case the student doesn't achieve their expected grades in the international GCSE or A levels, they can register to retake the exams in the next exam series. So to prepare for the international GCSE and A levels, Nisai offers a wide range of courses to equip the students with foundational knowledge and English skills. So for the students aged 7 and above, we have CEFR courses from pre-A1 level to the CEFR B2 level to help the students improve their English skills and vocabulary, which enables them to use the English fluently in daily life and education. And after the CEFR A2 completion, students from 10 years old can register to learn the standard subjects at the lower secondary level in 3 years from NS1 to NS3, such as English language, maths, science, and so on. And these courses provide a solid foundation for a student before they officially learn the International GCSE with the same and more subjects to support their future learning. And to this slide, I want to show you all about our International GCSE courses offered from September with 14 subjects overall, covering various fields for students. At this stage, a student is recommended to take 3 core subjects, English, Maths, and Science, together with 1 or 2 additional subjects related to or supporting their future major. So overall, 4 to 5 subjects are preferable. Depending on the exam board, the grading scales are different. Cambridge courses are graded from A star to G, while the Pearson courses are graded from 9 to 1. To support your higher education after International GCSE, you should achieve at least a grade of C or 5 in each subject. In terms of the 3 core subjects, a student can choose to learn at either the basic or advanced level that is suitable for their learning direction. You can see here, so options in red, English language, further pure maths, and 3 single science subjects, biology, physics, and chemistry, are those with more advanced knowledge. In order to choose a suitable level of the subject, you can ask for our support in consulting before your registration. And regarding the additional subjects, a student can choose from these fields, including economics, computer, environment, or society. So don't hesitate to leave your questions for the Q&A about any courses at the International GCSE. And next, we will move on to the A-level courses at Nisai Global School. Regarding A-level this year, Nisai offers 9 courses, with most of them continuing from the International GCSE. So at this level, we set some entry requirements to ensure a student has been well equipped before moving up. To register to learn A-levels at Nisai, a student needs to complete exams for 3 related International GCSE subjects, with at least a grade of C or 5 for each. To choose the subjects for A-levels, we recommend that a student take 3 subjects related to their future university major, and no core subject is considered at this level. The students will be assessed using a ladder grading scale from A star to E. And one more key point here, if the student takes the AS level exam after the first year of learning, the highest grade will be an A instead of an A star. So for the courses this year, we have added 3 courses for science subjects, including chemistry, biology, and physics, suitable for the students who aim for research and technical majors. And please also note that there is one course, the AS Environmental Management, which is only learned in 1 year. And I hope that all the information about the International GCSE and A-level is clear and can support your consideration in your children's registration. Okay, so next I'd like to share information about the graduation from Nisai Global School over the past few years so that you have a clearer picture of the learning pathway for these 2 courses. So first I will talk about the opportunities after the International GCSE. And okay, so after this course, students can choose from the 4 pathways shown on the screen. Firstly, they can move up to the higher level of education, which is International Baccalaureate. There are 2 international programs, A-levels or IB, for the students to choose, which are widely recognized by almost all educational institutions in the world. And secondly, studying abroad at high schools in any country can be another option. Thirdly, foundation programs are offered in a lot of universities. Please note that this should be considered soon before the International GCSE graduation. And lastly, some US universities may accept a student with 5 international GCSE subjects to apply directly to their first year courses. And next, this is about the opportunities after A levels. So A level is an advanced level that is accepted by almost all the universities in the world that offer programs taught in English due to its high quality curriculum. Therefore, students can have a wide range of destinations when they complete the A level, especially with high scores. However, each university has its own entry requirements for the number of the subjects, specific subjects, and minimum grades. So please investigate them carefully before enrolling in A level to meet the requirements. And in terms of the recognition of the international GCSE and A levels, please refer to some data here in the slide. Educational institutions in over 100 countries, especially the English-speaking ones, have accepted the results from the international GCSE and A levels. Specifically, 100% of UK schools and universities accept these qualifications, and a lot of educational institutions in the USA, Canada, and Australia, where high quality education is recognized, have included these 2 qualifications in their official entry requirements. And in this slide, several outstanding Asian students have graduated from Nisai Global Schools in 2022, and their learning destinations in Asia, Europe, Australia, and America are also attached for your reference. And any questions about the pathway, do not hesitate to ask me at the end of the event. Okay, so now we will come to the last part of my presentation today, the student support services at Nisai. First, I'd like to introduce you to our Asia customer and student support team, or you can call us Asia Cast in short. Asia Cast includes all the Nisai house tutors who have been well trained to support the parents and students during their learning period. And we are responsible for any communication between the school and customers related to the school announcements, learning progress updates, handling requests and meetings, extracurricular activities, and the last one, exam support. And besides, a student registering to learn at Nisai will be provided with an account to access all the school functions to support their learning, which we call Nisai Virtual Academy or NVA. And this includes the classroom and timetable, assignments and learning materials, school email, and other services. For example, online student groups or personal life news. And in this part, I will share with you more details about our support services, including 4 types: the learning support, the exam support, the university consultation, and the extracurricular activities. Regarding the learning support, Asia Cast is providing you with various types of support from the beginning of your child's learning at Nisai Global School. We are responsible for hosting and inviting new students and parents to join the very first informative sessions, induction for students, and parent orientation for parents. These sessions will inform you of the policy and instruct you to utilize the school system in monitoring learning progress. Weekly announcements about important dates, events, or new courses will be sent to parents and students via email for updates. Learning support are issued twice a term, the half term and the end of the term, with detailed data and feedback about the student learning progress. The parents themselves can also monitor their children's learning every day by using a customer portal account created by Nisai. And lastly, parent meetings can be booked and set up during the term to directly update parents or to handle special requests and questions. And we also support the International GCSE and A-level students in their exam registration at the end of their school year. To prepare for the registration period, a workshop is held in advance to provide detailed instructions and information about the exams. After that, all the procedures in the exam registration progress will be supported and informed to parents, students via email to ensure you do not miss any key steps or key dates. And if anything is unclear, you can contact our staff directly via messages or emails for the private consultation. Okay, so besides to support parents and students in making decisions on learning pathway or university intention, we offer some specialized support without any fee added. Online workshops can be organized with the presence of university representatives during the school year and sent to all parents and students for their reference. University application information is also sent to the customers via email if we receive any updates. To support the students' applications, we receive the request and proceed with issuing the relevant academic documents such as the transcript, confirmation of study, or recommendation letters from our teachers. And moreover, if parents and students are considering the suitable pathway to university after Nisai, they can send their questions to the academic staff to get support. And private meetings can also be requested if needed. Okay, so the last type of support that we are providing for students is running extracurricular activities. There are two formats of extracurricular activity at Nissan, My Social Space and Enrichment Program. So My Social Space includes several online groups with various topics related to students' hobbies and interests. The groups are automatically available on the student's account, the NVA, with no registration needed. So any students can join and leave their posts in the group for others to react. And don't worry, because these groups are monitored by the Asia cast to ensure all the content shared is valid and safe for all the students. The second one, enrichment program, includes some live meeting clubs, which require prior registration to join. The clubs are divided into different levels to help students improve their soft skills and create a space for off-class communication. And registration form is sent to all the students via email to encourage them to join, and that to join the club that are suitable for them and that they are interested in. And one more important advantage of joining our extracurricular activity with high contribution is the possibility of receiving the certificates at the end of each term to recognize their participation in each club. And the certificates then can be added to the student profile for their future applications. Okay, so above is all the information about the support services and also the end of my presentation. And yeah, so I will be back in the Q&A part later on. So thank you for your attention and see you then.
Okay, thank you, May, for that insightful overview. We saw it clear that international GCSE and A-level is a good pathway for students to apply to international universities in more than, I think, 100 countries, and holistic support from the Asia CAS team play a vital role in that journey. So now we will turn to an equally important topic, how Nisai teach online classroom with personalized approach. To share more, please welcome Mr. Thiel, Senior Subject Lead of Social and Business Studies, who will explain to you how our teachers are trained and how they teach online classroom. Please welcome teacher Zatil Ritwa.
Okay, thank you so much, Tris. So let me just try to share my screen, everyone. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see my screen now. So, yep, good morning, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. So, yep, my name is Ms. Zatil Ridwah binti Darut. So, I'm usually known as Ms. Zatil. I'm the Senior Subject Lead for Social and Business Studies in Nisai Global School, managing subjects such as business, economics, financial literacy, PSHE, global perspective, sociology, ICT, and psychology. Now, in Nisai Group, we believe that education is not a conveyor belt, but it is actually a pathway. Every student has a unique trajectory, a unique set of abilities, and a unique way of processing the world. Today, I want to take you through our approach to global online education, specifically how we intentionally structure our teacher training, our inclusive strategies, and our safeguarding environments to empower every single learner, no matter where they are or what barriers they face. To understand our success, we must first look at the core philosophy that guides every single lesson we teach. So you can see here, we have three, okay? So it's anchored by these three columns, and let us break down what these words actually mean in our daily practice. First is personalize. True personalization means that we do not ask a student to adapt to our timeline, but we adapt our timeline to the student. We curate bespoke learning pathways that maps perfectly to an individual's intellectual pace and cognitive capabilities. Second, inclusive. So we believe that every child has a fundamental right to a premier international education. This means reaching out to non-traditional learners, those who are homeschooled, those recovering from physical illnesses, or those who find the visual and social noise of a physical brick and mortar classroom simply too overwhelming to function in. And finally, holistic. So a student cannot perform intellectually if they do not feel safe, seen, and valued emotionally. Our approach merges world-class Cambridge and UK academic standards with exceptional structured pastoral care, building resilient, confident young people who are ready to navigate the complexities of our globalized economy. But a philosophy is only as good as the educators who deliver it. This brings us to how we ensure our teaching staff meets these rigorous demands. Okay. So one of the most common concern from our parents and educational partners have about online learning is simple. So how do you guarantee teaching quality when the teacher is behind a screen? Now, everyone, at Nisai, the answer is found in our structural training benchmarks. Every single educator on our staff must hold the prestigious Level 3 award in education and training. This is our global professional standard. Why is this critical? Because teaching online is not simply about turning on a webcam and reading from a slide deck. Online pedagogy is a highly specialized discipline. This Level 3 qualification guarantees that our teachers are trained in interactive online engagement, structured lesson progression, and also digital formative assessment. As a result, we provide quality assured delivery. This training ensures that our teachers aren't just subject matter experts in math, in business, or sciences. They are expert facilitators as well. They know exactly how to draw quiet students into discussions, how to moderate real-time classroom chats, and how to structure lessons so that they remain highly engaging, academically rigorous, and emotionally secure. Within this level 3 qualification, we focus heavily on 3 core human elements that define our classroom culture. Right? So our teacher training translates directly into these 3 operational pillars. First, we train our teachers to promote equality. This goes beyond providing the same worksheets to everyone, because true equality means giving each student the specific scaffolded support they need to reach the same high standards. Second, we value diversity. In our global classrooms, you might have a student from East Asia collaborating on a project with a student from Europe or the Middle East. So our teachers are trained to celebrate these unique backgrounds, turning cultural variety into a powerful educational tool that expands every student's worldview. Third, we structure safe learning spaces. For a student dealing with social anxiety, selective mutism, or autism spectrum disorder, a traditional classroom can feel like a sensory battlefield. So we train our educators to design low-stress virtual spaces where students can participate in ways that feel comfortable to them. Crucially, we do not just train our teachers once and we walk away. Our educators are regularly observed during live lessons by senior quality assurance coordinators like Leslie. Okay, so we run a strict cycle of active reflection, peer review, and continuous improvement to ensure our daily practice remains second to none. Now let's look at how these pillars operate in real time when we manage students with diverse complex learning needs. Here we have 4 quadrant diagram, okay, on your screen. So this will represent our operational model for inclusive education. I'm going to break this down into 4 clear actionable steps. Step 1, so identifying individual needs. So we do not wait for exams to find out a student is struggling. We run continuous formative diagnostic checks. This data would allow us to flag learning gaps early, deploying immediate, tailored micro interventions to support the student before they fall behind. 2, adaptive pacing. So in our classes, learning is a variable, but mastery is definitely a constant. So we use flexible progression frameworks. Advanced students who grasp the concept quickly are going to be pushed forward with independent extension projects, while students who require extra time are given the space, the resources, and patience needed for deep remediation. Third, design and specialized provision. We are highly experienced in supporting students with a wide array of learning barriers, special educational needs, and alternative provisions. So by using flexible, highly structured, and empathetic setups, we ensure that students who have been locked out of a physical systems remain fully integrated into international education. And lastly, low cognitive overload. We design our live digital lessons to be concise, highly structured, and visually balanced, because every live session is recorded and it's also being uploaded immediately into the system, so students can review the material at their own pace, bypassing the cognitive and social exhaustion often associated with traditional classroom. Okay, sorry. And so, as you see on our screen, that our safeguarding shield is actually built on 3 layers, all right? So we have secure digital environment, vigilant monitoring, and digital safeguarding needs. So first, for the secure digital environment, so I'll just put everything on. Yep, our platform utilizes robust single sign-on. What does this mean is that it has encrypted portals and live chat moderation tools, so we control exactly who enters our virtual spaces and ensuring it's everything is protected, is distraction-free environment where student data and identities are fully shielded. Second, the vigilant monitoring, because our teachers are trained to understand the nuances of online behavior. They are highly sensitive to changes in a student's engagement. So if a student who is normally active, suddenly they become silent or misses sessions or show signs of cyberbullying or emotional distress, our teachers are trained to spot these red flags immediately. Third, our dedicated safeguarding leads. So we have established fast-track, secure internal reporting routes. Any concern flagged by a teacher is immediately escalated to certified safeguarding professionals within Nisai who can coordinate with families and local authorities to intervene when necessary. Safeguarding protocols and pedagogical standards are constantly evolving, which is why we invest heavily in continuous growth throughout the year. So we believe that an academy is only as dynamic as its teachers' willingness to learn as well. So this is why our educators participate in structured continued professional development, so CPD, so throughout the entire academic year. Our CPD program is designed to keep our teacher practices aligned with global educational research and technical innovation. We focus on 3 areas. First, we study emerging virtual pedagogies, ensuring our methods align with the latest cognitive science regarding how brain process information online. Then we conduct regular safeguarding audits and policy updates, keeping our staff fully compliant with the latest global and physical child protection laws. And third, we ensure our teachers can seamlessly integrate the newest digital whiteboard or gamified tools or any collaborative models to maximize real-time student participation. So that is why this continuous loop of training ensures that your child is always learning from an educator who is at the absolute cutting edge of their profession. We just come to our last slide. So everyone, at Nisai, our mission is to ensure that no learner is invisible, no learning barrier is insurmountable, and every child is equipped with global qualifications and confidence they need to succeed. So by investing in elite teacher training, adaptive frameworks, robust safeguarding, continuous CPD, we don't just teach, so we shape inclusive futures. Thank you so much for your time and your dedication to the future of education.
Okay, thank you, Zatil. Thank you so much for your clear explanation about the Nisai teachers. And it is reassuring for parents today to know that Nisai teachers are trained to the UK standard to deliver personalized and inclusive lessons for global students. So parent and student, should you have any question for me or for teacher Zatil, please post them in the Zoom chat and our speaker will be happy to answer them during the Q&A session. Thank you. And now we invite you to turn your attention to the screen for a very short video where Nisai parents and students share their experiences of learning with us.
Con thấy được rằng là khi được học ở một môi trường quốc tế như Nisai thì con có khả năng mở rộng mối quan hệ của mình, làm quen được nhiều bạn hơn, cũng như là được chỉ dạy tận tình bởi các thầy cô giáo. Khi học ở Nisai và nhận được cái thái độ cũng như là sự hỗ trợ rất tốt từ thầy cô.
The knowledge that I have learned from the course is extremely practical and feasible to apply in the real world. The learnings from Nisai have taught me to be innovative and prepared for the downsides that my own or others' creation may bring, or that anything in the world may bring.
This is the modern world in the 21st century. There are many online platforms, and there are also many people with bad intentions. These bad intentions include scams and catfishing. After my PHSE course, I learned how to avoid these things and keeping my personal information such as my name and age and where I live safe.
Learning wasn't just about listening to a lecture or something boring like that. We had interactive games to reinforce key concepts, quizzes to test our knowledge, group presentations to share our research, and teamwork activities that helped us learn from each other. These methods kept the lessons very dynamic and helped me remember the content better. I truly believe that these courses give us not just knowledge, but also the confidence and the skills to make a real difference in society today.
Con cảm thấy Nisai là một nơi khá là vui và thân thiện với con, và con được cởi mở làm mình nhiều hơn. Con cũng thấy mọi người quan tâm và hỏi thăm con rất là nhiều, từ bạn bè cho đến thầy cô và thầy cô bộ môn nữa.
Và Nisai là một môi trường mà tử tế, giao tiếp, mà đối thoại một cách có tình cảm và có cái sự quan tâm lẫn nhau. Vân thấy tất cả các thầy cô ở đây khi đối thoại với các con và phụ huynh, mọi người rất có cảm xúc. Vậy thì Vân muốn dựa vào những từ rất có cảm xúc để mà Vân nói về ngôi trường mà Vân chọn cho con.
Thật sự là học ở Nisai thì có một cái lợi thế rất là rõ ràng là các con được học rút gọn lại mà vẫn rất hiệu quả trong một khoảng thời gian ngắn. Thì nó cho các bạn nhỏ một cái lợi thế là các bạn sẽ có cái khoảng thời gian trống cho những cái nhiều việc khác của các bạn. Thì với cái khoảng thời gian trống đó thì mình có được cái lợi thế để mình học thêm về nhạc cụ, luyện tập và cũng như là có thời gian cho những hoạt động khác của bạn ấy. Cho nên thật sự là từ khi học ở Nisai thì mình đã luyện tập và học thêm được rất là nhiều về âm nhạc, về sản xuất, về nhạc cụ. Thì cái điều đó thì bạn ấy rất là happy. Thật sự là cảm ơn Nisai đã cho mình được cái điều kiện để làm theo đuổi cái đam mê của mình.
So the support team is excellent. They respond very quickly. They help with technical issues, which we have pretty much often, I think, because we are living in China and the internet connection is not great. Nisai has made it possible for us to combine two education systems. For our daily 30 minutes lessons is just the perfect length. Sophie doesn't feel overloaded after public school. Yes, so when she's doing online education, 30 minutes is just great. And there are also video recordings, so she can always have a chance to rewatch the video, the lesson again if it's needed.
Since joining Nisai, we have seen Phenoma grow exponentially. Her confidence is through the roof. She is much better at public speaking. And besides her classes, she was also able to be a member of different clubs, which also made her socialize with different kinds of culture through her classmates and teacher.
The quality of the teachers and their detailed attention to my daughter. The extracurricular activities is a wonderful environment. Nisai has shown me how wonderful homeschooling can be.
Thank you for your watching. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope this video has given you a glimpse into what it's like to be part of Nisai Global School community. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we would like to invite you to experience the, we would like to introduce to you about the summer OSAP. It is the Summer OSAP program, the short course of Nisai Global School during the summer. This short course brings the international classroom directly to students at home through a British standard curriculum, diverse subject choices, and live online classes with students from all around the world. So students can broaden their knowledge, build their confidence, and enjoy international education from home. And now we will move into a very special and heartfelt part of the today event. Sorry, hearing from parents whose students are currently learning with Nisai and students who have already graduated from Nisai. And as educators, we often focus on curriculum and pedagogy, but the lived experiences of families offer a vital perspective. These stories will remind us of a real impact inclusive education can have, not just in the classroom, but in the lives and homes of our learners. So first, it is my honor to introduce our alumnus, the student Hoa Minh Danny. During his time at Nisai Global School, Ming was awarded the prestigious 100% British Consulate General Scholarship. He later went on to receive the highly competitive Asian Scholarship, a full scholarship awarded by the Singapore government to outstanding students from grade 8 to 10. So Danny is currently studying at Raffles Institution, one of the Singapore's most prestigious boys' schools, ranked among the top schools in the country. Today, he will share his learning journey at Nisai Global School and how his experience here had helped prepared him for studying in Singapore. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Ming.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Min, and I'm currently a student at Raffles Institution in Singapore. Before coming here, I studied at Nisai for 2 years already, and I'm truly grateful to have the opportunity to come back today and share my learning journey with all of you. When I first joined Nisai, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect from online learning. I wonder whether it would be difficult to stay motivated or interact with teachers and classmates through a screen. However, it didn't take long for me to realize that Nisai offered much more than just online lessons. One of the things I appreciated most was the supported learning environment. The teachers were always patient, approachable, and willing to answer questions whenever I needed help. They didn't just teach the syllabus, they also encouraged us to think critically, ask questions, and become more independent learners. And their guidance gave me confidence in both my academic abilities and myself. A memorable part of my experience was the flexibility that NISA provided for me, because the online learning system allowed me to manage my time effectively while maintaining a good balance between studying and my personal life. More importantly, it taught me important skills such as self-discipline, responsibility, and time management. These are skills that continue to help me even today as I study in a much more demanding academic environment. Another aspect that I really appreciated was the way the lessons in Nisai are designed for students. Although Nisai's lessons are relatively short, about 30 minutes, they were always well structured and highly effective. And every lesson focused on the most important concepts so we can understand the key knowledge without feeling overwhelmed by unnecessary information. And the teachers explained difficult topics clearly and they made every minute count. And this taught me that effective learning isn't just about spending more time in class, it's about making the best use of the time that you have. Nisai also helped me develop my communication skills through discussions, presentations, and interactions with my classmates from different backgrounds. I became more confident expressing my ideas and working with others. And these experiences prepared me well for studying overseas, where communication and collaboration are essential every day. Looking back, I believe that my 2 years at Nisai laid a strong foundation for my future here. The knowledge that I gained, the study habits that I developed, and the confidence I built all adapt successfully to life and studies in Singapore. To all the students who are considering joining Nisai, I would like to say this, make the most of every opportunity. Don't be afraid to ask questions, challenge yourself, and step outside your comfort zone. Your teachers are there to support you, and every lesson is a chance to grow, not only academically, but also as a person. Finally, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the teachers and the staff at Nisai for their dedication and support throughout my journey. Thank you for inviting me back today, and I hope my experience has given you a better understanding of what learning Nisai is like, and I wish all of you the very best in your educational journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ming, Danny, for your sharing. I believe that your story truly inspired us with your learning journey with Nisai. It is truly wonderful to hear how you have grown in confidence and capability through the support of our inclusive learning approach. So, parents and students, next, I'm delighted to welcome another outstanding Nisai Global School graduate, Shota. So Shota successfully completed his A levels at Nisai Global School in this June, and studying English, economics, and mathematics. Thanks to his outstanding academic performance, Shota has received an offer from Sophia University in Japan, one of the country's most prestigious private university, currently ranked among the top private university in Japan. So today, Shota will share his experience of study levels at Nisai Global School and how the program has prepared him for the next stage of his academic journey. So please join me giving a warm welcome to Shota.
Hello, I hope you can hear me. My name is Shota, and I'm from Japan, as introduced. So I was enrolled at Nisai until quite recently, until I graduated this June. And yeah, so I currently have an offer from Sophia University, and I hope to join their program from this September. And so as for my experience at Nisai, I think it's kind of a rare case, but I joined for only 1 year, taking the CIE A-level subjects such as economics, English, and mathematics for like the final year of high school. So I guess that's like grade 12 or year 13. And I think it was quite a the experience like at Nisai really helped me grow, and from like all the support from the teachers, it really challenged me and helped develop my skills. I think the solid foundation of Nisai and like the supportive teachers is really the program's really supportive, personalized as well. And so I think those are like the some of the pillars that really created like a good experience for me at the school. So the teachers, I think they are like really supportive in providing this environment within class and even outside of class as well. So the lessons are like highly, I think there's obviously like the learning of the content, but there's like interaction based things and activities as well. So the teachers prompt like a response for me from not just me, but like the students. And then that's where we get to test like some of our like knowledge, outputting the knowledge. And I guess that really kind of like encouraged me to like kind of yeah just give some responses and like I don't know, show off like the things that I learned in class as well. And well, there's like different ways you can like respond to like the teachers as well. So like different types of like chats. So that's why I think it helps with like the personalization aspect as well. And I guess this overall like online learning environment creates like a high level of like flexibility for the students that you know creates like an ability for like more of a self-paced oriented and like the personalized learning style, which I think kind of like matched with my interests, and I think that helped me have a good time. And obviously there's like a lot of flexibility, but you have to like manage your time. So like you know, join the classes in time and submit assignments and things as well. So I think that kind of taught me how to like manage time effectively and like aspects of responsibility as well. Yeah, so those are some of the like skills that I developed. I feel like yeah, even in like the class and like outside of class, there's like a lot of room for like personalized learning, because there's like the activities and like assignments kind of like adjusts for your level of like confidence and knowledge, and you can like choose the different you can choose to do it at the level that you think you are confident with. And I think the assignments, I found it useful. They helped me a lot. And the really specific feedback that the teachers give, I think it really helped me identify the areas of my strengths, weaknesses, and I think it really led to improving in those areas. And I think obviously the student support team has a lot of they send like the announcements, notifications, and they help me with the examination procedures as well. And so it helped me create like a smooth like line of events in preparation for the actual exams. And I think the British curriculum as well was pretty like beneficial for me because like the A levels are a widely accepted program and like qualification that can be used for like directly for like the university applications. You can use like the predicted grades for the application, and that the A levels, of course, the qualifications, and obviously the student support team helped me get through some of the difficult times, which helped me receive an offer from a university as well. So I would like to thank that as well. And and obviously the skills and knowledge that we acquire at A levels at Nisai, like translates, you can use the knowledge which translates directly to some of like the higher fields, higher levels of like education, and like also like the skills. Like it's not just like learning to memorize things, but you have to analyze, evaluate, and use like your critical thinking, which I think will also help me in like the future years of education and career as well. And I think I personally had to like transfer from like the like IB to A levels, and like I had like some, I'd say, like medical or like health conditions as well that made the online environment which made the online environment like a perfect match for me. So like not too much stress, and like it's like a really comfortable, cozy environment, which helped me with academic journey and the transitions. So I think that was a really important part as well. And for the students who are considering to join Nisai, I would like to wish you good luck in the new academic journey. And I would like to thank the teachers and staff who supported me go through this academic journey as well. Well, the IGCSE A levels, they might come with difficulties as well, but the teachers are always there. And if you're like an active learner and show like engagement in the class and actively seek for support from the teachers, you'll definitely make it, and I'm sure you'll have a good time. So yep, I think that's it from me. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Shota, for your sharing your experience with us. So we believe that your sharing has given our students and parents a genuine and insightful look into what learning at Nisai is really like, from academic experience to the wide range of support available throughout your learning journey. So one more time, I would like to say congratulations to you on your admission to Sofia University, and we wish you continued success in your future studies. So, ladies and gentlemen, next it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Yatavi Charupang, the parent of Beda Charupang, an NS2 student at Nisai Global School. So, Beda joined Nisai in the summer term and is currently studying English, math, science, and PHSE. Since joining our school, Beda has made a positive start to her learning journey, and we are grateful for the strong support and close collaboration from her family. Today, Mrs. Charupang has kindly agreed to share her family's experience with Nisai Global School and her perspective on Beda's learning journey so far. So please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mrs. Yatavi Charupang.
Hi, everyone. I hope you hear me clearly. Yes.
Yes, we can
Okay.
hear you. Yes, thank you.
Hi, my name is Boom and I'm from Thailand. I first heard about Nisai when I was looking for an online international school for my daughter, Bida. At that time, I felt that a traditional school system was no longer the best fit for our family. So I started looking for a more flexible and modern learning option. And the most important thing for us were flexibility, live classes, affordable fees, and the ability for my daughter to study at the right level in each subject. I also wanted a school where she could still feel involved in a real classroom, not just study by herself. Nisai gives our family more control over our time and learning schedule. My daughter can study from home, from gym, join live session, and follow a structure without spending the whole day at school anymore. It helps us balance education, family life, her interest, sport, and music, and her personal development better. So my overall impression is very, very positive here. Especially impressed by how well the school follow up with the students. Even though it is online, the teacher and support team pay close attention. If my daughter participates less in class or struggle with homework, the school contact us and checks if she needs help. That's really impressed me. It's even better than offline school that we had experienced. So for me, the personalization is reflects in fact that my daughter can study at her own level in every subject. The 30 minutes live session lesson are also a good length for her age. She can stay focused and the lesson feel clear and effective. After one term at Nisai, I can clearly see that my daughter has become more responsible and independent. She has to manage her own timetable, check her homework, and know when each assignment is due. At first, it was difficult for her to adjust, and she was not very confident, but with the school support, she has improved a lot. I would tell other parents to be open-minded about online learning. From our experience, Nisai is not just convenient, but also very supportive and well organized. I have been very impressed with the system and have already recommend Nisai to many friends. Yeah, and thanks for having me today.
Okay, thank you, Boom, for your thoughtful sharing. It has been wonderful to hear about Vida's learning journey through parents' perspective. So we truly appreciate your trust in Nisai Global School and your willingness to share your experience with us today. So next, we are delighted to welcome Mrs. Divya Chopra, the parent of Mehara, who has been part of Nisai Global School community since 2021. So Meher has recently completed the IGCSE Year 2 level, and she's now preparing to progress to AS level program. So throughout Meher's learning journey, her family has been closely involved in supporting her academic progress, from monitoring her learning development and examination preparation to planning her future academic pathway. So today, Mrs. Chopra will share her family's experience with Nisai Global School and provide her perspective on supporting her through her international education journey. Please welcome Mrs. Divya Chopra.
Thank you so much, and greetings, everyone. Welcome to the session. So my daughter Meher was in an offline school, and during the COVID timelines, the offline school itself conducted a bunch of sessions in an online environment. And subsequently, it so happened that we got in touch with 21K.
Recording stopped.
And 21K was then affiliated with Nisai, and we really loved the experience. And that was quite an eye-opener for us in terms of how inclusive an online training or rather teaching environment can be. The affiliation with 21K ended, and that's when we directly approached Nisai. And Nisai said that, of course, we're a global platform, so we are inviting students from India as well. And yes, the rest has been history. I mean, from the time my daughter has got enrolled with Nisai, the kind of support she gets in terms of whether she has any questions or if she needs any support after the classes, or even how the students are, how do I put this across? Yeah, even how the students are kind of dealt with when they're in the classroom. The approach is so collaborative, the kind of respect that is given to every thought process. And obviously, it's a heterogeneous mix of students from different countries, from different cultures, and I think that is something that is something worth mentioning. That's one. Two, of course, the curriculum and the teacher support and the culture that we saw, that at least for our family, was probably somewhere missing in a traditional setup. That is something that was worth welcoming in my daughter's life. And we have had good experiences in terms of how she has gone through different classes, and how she's been through the good and the bad and the ugly and stuff. But at the same time, the kind of confidence that she has right now about her own candidature, about who she is as a person, about the clarity of thought, about the studies, and about a lot of other things, it's a very wholesome impact that we have seen with Nisai, which is just not really, the teachers going hammer and tongs on the studies part of it, but on the overall development of the kid as well. In fact, one of the experiences that I'd like to mention is that when she made a bunch of mistakes on some assignments that were given to us, the kind of detailed email that we got from the teachers, that just talks volumes about the kind of personal attention that teachers are giving in understanding how the child would have approached answering the questions, whether it was done by themselves, whether it was some assistance that was taken from outside. So just because it's online, it doesn't mean that teachers don't have a very strong eye to the detail on what the kid is doing or what are they trying to do. And the entire approach was so collaborative that we kind of had a bunch of email exchanges, and we got to know that, okay, this is how it has to be done. And then we took it to our daughter and we said, hey, this is what you've done, and we know this is what you've done. And eventually everything kind of got sorted. But that entire episode just talks about one thing, that instead of really just playing the blame game here, there's so much of focus on how the kid needs to be course corrected, and without the kid being put on the spot. So it's more corrective, it's more collaborative, it's very respect oriented, it's very inclusive. And that is something that I really liked about Nisai from the day we started. It's just not really about now. And I wish that we would have explored Nisai a lot earlier on, but that's fine. Things happen when they have to happen. And yeah, I mean, to all the new students and parents out here on this call right now, if you're looking for something wherein you can also kind of take a step back given the fast learning pace, or rather the work pace, and parents, both the parents working environment and stuff, Nisai can be trusted that yes, the teachers are going to have an eye on your kid to ensure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And a very, very wholesome experience in terms of not just about sticking to the curriculum, but to an overall concept of how the world is functioning and how the kid is going to step out and conduct themselves, not only in universities, but even tomorrow in a working space around and stuff. So, yes, thank you so much to all the teachers and to Nisai management for having such a beautiful structure in place. And I just wish you all the very best. And of course, my daughter is still around. So, yeah, hope some good times are sure to come again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Chopra. Actually, we are really delighted and
Recording in
it is
progress.
right. It is really hard for her for us right now to express how proud we are right now when listening to your sharing. We are so proud of what we have made, what we have actually brought to the positive impact on Maher's performance, both inside and outside the classroom. Thank you so much, and your experience over the years and your perspective as parents have provided valuable insights into importance of consistent support communications and guidance throughout students' academic journey. We truly appreciate your trust in Nisai Global School and your continued partnership with us. And dear parents and students, finally, we are honored to welcome Mr. Tony Fan, the CEO of Study Academy. As one of the Nisai Global School's value partners in the last 3 years, Mr. Tony Fan will share his experience in supporting students on their learning journey at Nisai Global School and the impact this partnership has had on their academic development. Please welcome Mr. Tony.
Thank you very much for the introductions, and I really enjoy the sharing of all the students and beloved parents who dedicate their attention to kids' development. Today, I have sharing as a perspective of an educator who is longing for finding a way to help our student in our best way. My name is Tony, and I'm from Vietnam. I'm currently a director and also the founding member of Study Academy. Study Academy focuses on developing the self-awareness of adolescents and preparing students with the skills and competencies they need to study abroad. It is a great honor for Study to have been partnered with Nisai since 2023. In the early stages of our partnership, Study chose to work with Nisai because we recognized the professionalism and quality of its educational delivery and quality assurance system, as you can see from how dedicated it is to work and build and develop the teachers team, right? In addition, the British curriculum has been established and taught in Vietnam for more than 2 decades in many international schools, so it's widely accepted and recognizable. However, what is even more important is the reason why Study has continued this partnership with Nisai until today, like 4 years. Over the years, we have witnessed Nisai's strong development, their serious commitment to education, and their continuous investment in building and improving academic programs in a structured and professional manner. Like I've looked more on the quality controls and growth of the organization. We have seen many of our students successfully pursue further education overseas and receive scholarships using academic transcripts, recommendation letters, and their knowledge from the study at Nisai. We have also witnessed as many students rediscover the joy of learning and developed remarkably strong English skills after only a relatively short period of study through the Nisai program, which is like a couple months. It's really quick. The programs at study also complements Nisai very effectively in supporting the holistic development of students. Like most of our students going to study in the United States, they have the holistic approach methods used for admission in college. So when studying with Nisai, students have a well-rounded preparation to be successful in college and also in later years in high school in the US. Looking ahead, study plans to further expand our study abroad preparation programs by working with Nisai to offer IGCSE and A-level test prep, helping to create greater scholarship opportunities for our students. And at the same time, we look forward to working more closely with Nisai academic team to develop immersive learning program, which is like you'll study the theory with Nisai, but learning the true experiment with study. So through these programs, the students can learn theoretical knowledge with the well-planned lesson through the Nisai platform, and apply that knowledge in practical settings through study background and environment. This approach can be applied across STEM subjects, languages, and other social sciences. In education, what matters most to me, and also what I observe from my student, is stability and the quality of education that can be proven and sustained over time. As you can see, right, there are so many chances recently in the macro environments and in many ways, like AI is everything, right? But the more importantly, it is how strong, how resilient and the endurance our student can be, no matter how fluctuating the environment it is. And our partnership with Nisai gives study a strong sense of trust and confidence, enabling us to serve our students better while offering an optimal balance between the cost of education and the value that students receive. And as you can listen from the parents, that cost effectively is very important because the education investment for the kids is a long-term plan. It takes 12 years to finish as high school and another 4 years in college and maybe more years in higher education. But if we can start and plan it well, you can save a lot of money. I haven't told that learning with Nisai grant a lot of scholarship when my students studying abroad in the UK, in the United States, in Europe also. So it's a big profitable. There's a huge profit in there in terms of financial planning, and also the huge gain for the kids in terms of building a happy human beings when they are mature. Thank you for listening. That's my sharing.
Thank you, Mr. Tony Fan, for sharing your valuable perspective with us today. We sincerely appreciate Study's continued partnership with Nisai Global School and your dedication to support students on their educational journey. We look forward to strengthening our collaboration in the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move into our Q&A session. And before we begin, please make sure your Zoom display name is updated to your real name so we can better connect with you and address your question. And our speaker will be happy to answer your question about Nisai's learning programs and student support services. So please feel free to share your question in the Zoom chat, please. All right, right now we are receiving a lot of questions from parents, students, and partners across the globe. So yes, let me check and I will, yeah. So the first question, may I ask for your help, Satil, to yes, walk us through this question. Can you share more example of personalized teachings and learning at Nisai? The more specific, the better. Satil, could you please help me with this?
All right, thank you, Tris. So that is a fantastic question because personalization is a word that gets thrown around a lot in education. But what does it actually look like when the virtual classroom door closes? Now, at Nisai, it is an active daily practice of removing barriers. And no, we do not, separate our students in a different classes by level. So we do not stream or segregate learners. Instead, everyone is going to learn together in the same virtual classroom. But we completely personalize their experience within that shared space. For example, we don't believe in one size fits all assignments. For any given objective, we design tasks using the tiered red, amber, and green or RAG framework. While green tasks offer heavy scaffolding for core mastery, amber can be pushes for independent application, and red challenges students with deep synthesis. So every student will work towards the same high standard, but with a personalized starting point. And let's just, for example, in a physical classroom, a student with severe anxiety or selective mutism can also be easily become invisible. But we separate communication barriers from academic ability. During live lessons, students can contribute through private chats or interactive digital boards, while others can use their microphones, and we give them control over how they would like to demonstrate their knowledge. And personalization, it happens live. So it's not just, a week after an exam, or all our teachers actually use that instant mid-lesson polls, like to gauge understanding. And if, let's say, a small group of students misses a concept, the teacher pivots immediately to offer targeted support while directing the rest of the class to advance extension materials. So ultimately, everyone, personalization at Nisai, it means that no student is left behind. So when a topic gets tough, and no student is held back when they are ready to soar. So that's my answer.
Okay, thank you so much, Satil. I believe that your answer right here, right now, have sort of say, given a clearer look to all parents and students about how students are supported academically with a personalized approach within inside classroom. Thank you so much. And move to the second question. I would like to ask Leslie for your help because there one parent has asked us that what are the similarities and differences between the UK curriculum and Cambridge or Pearson or Oxford. So could you please share your thoughts on this, Leslie?
Yes, of course. What a great question. So the British curriculum is basically the overall educational pathway that guides what students learn and how they progress through their education. Cambridge International or Pearson EdExcel and other recognised UK awarding organisations provide the qualifications and the assessments and the curriculum resources that schools can choose within that pathway. So although each awarding organisation's got its own subject specifications and assessment style, they're all actually working to the same high academic standards and award internationally recognised British qualifications that are equally respected by universities and employers around the world. So in kind of a nutshell, there's no better awarding organisation. The most important consideration is the quality of teaching, the support that learners receive, and selecting the qualification pathway that best meets learners' strengths, aspirations, and future goals.
Okay, thank you, Leslie, for your clarification for this question. I believe that this brings a lot of useful information, even if it's a little bit brief, but it is so clear for the parent and student to get to know and clarified on these two kind of factors. Okay, thank you. And next question, I would like to ask May. May, are you there? Yes, and the third question for you is what kind of academic documents can I request from Nisai?
Yeah, okay, so parents and students can request some types of documents to support their records or applications, including the transcript, confirmation of study, and letters of recommendation prepared by their subject teachers. And the request can be sent to Nisai staff at any time during the year, even for the old students.
Okay, thank you, May. So parents, I hope that you can like you have ability to, you have chance to take a note of what May had shared. So thank you. And for the fourth question, I would like to ask for this question, I would like to ask Zatil to help us to walk through this. So what kind of presentation, what kind of preparations do we need as of the seventh grade student for going to the top international university? So the seventh grade is the first grade of junior high school.
All right. So when we talk about seventh grade, so that's the first year of junior high, we aren't talking about college admissions yet. Okay. So we're talking about building the stamina for academic rigor that comes later. Top universities, they aren't just looking for high grades, they are looking for specific types of thinkers. And how you can best prepare your child is that the most valuable skill for them right now is learning how to learn. Okay, so we move students away from passive memorization towards active study techniques like self-organization and managing their own homework schedules. So this will help prevent burnouts when the curriculum gets tougher. Another way is for seventh grade, it's actually the perfect time for broad exploration. So it's not just specialization. So you do encourage your child to try debate, sports, creative writing. Finding out what they don't like is just as successful as finding what they do, because it ensures future high school profiles is driven by genuine passion. So the takeaway for parents is that don't turn childhood into a job application yet. Okay, so we teach students to be curious, to be organized, to be resilient in seventh grade. The academic success will naturally follow afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you, Zatil, for your answer and suggestions. So parents, please be noted that so with the seventh grade level, so your child will be the most benefited with various and different tastes of the activities and build up a solid background in terms of their study skill. Thank you. So for the fifth question, I would like to ask May to ask me with this. So the parent asked if, may I ask if after completing lower secondary school, grade 9, I would normally start at the IGCSE level at Nisai. So also is completing IGCSE equivalent to graduating from high school? And in addition, are all the IGCSE and A-level subjects offered by Nisai eligible for the official examination?
So thank you for the question. So at Nisai, we require new students to complete a prior assessment to identify the student's precise level of learning, and no matter what age they are. So therefore, grade 9 students need to complete the assessment before registering for our international GCSE courses. And international GCSE is equivalent to the first level of international high school. So completing this course can only enable you to apply to a foundation course or an international high school. And so lastly, regarding the exams, they depend on local exam centers in the country. So before enrolling in the course at Nisai, our local staff will provide you with suitable consultation to make sure that your courses can be can be registered for the exam.
Okay, thank you, May, for your answers. And the next question I received from one parent asking about the NS3 students. No, actually, the student who are going to NS3. So my kid is entering NS3 math, science for the school year. So about moving up to IGCSE, how many subjects that he need to apply for in order to graduate? Also, where can I find the IGCSE subject list that NISA is offering? So this question related to subjects. So may I ask Zatil to help me with this?
All right, thank you, Tris. So, as your child transitions from NS3 Maths and Science into IGCSE program, so planning the academic pathway can be very exciting. It's a very exciting milestone. So what you need to know to prepare for them for global success is to, one, graduate with recognized international high school equivalents. So a student, generally, they need to pass a minimum of 5 IGCSE subjects with a grade of C or above. And out of those 5 subjects, we highly recommend prioritizing key academic pillars like math, English, and at least one science subject because your child did take NS3 science. And I think you can view our list probably in our Nisai Global School website, or you can always contact us for more details. So once you review the list, our team will definitely help you customize a balanced, differentiated schedule using our rack system to prevent any cognitive overload and ensure your child feels confident. So remember that we are here to help your child step confidently from NS3 into a world-class IGCSE experience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zatil. So I believe that, so I hope that Zatil's response have made a clear look for the parent of how to plan the academic pathway for their child. So parents and students, actually we have received a lot of questions both through the register form and through a lot of platforms. So because of the limit of the time, we cannot send out all our answers to you. So we would like to ask for your understandings and will reply to you soon through other platforms like email or chat or make a phone call or meeting consultation. So that brings us to the end of Nisai Open Day today. We hope that the event today has offered you a clearer understanding of our programs, our values, and how we support learners around the world. And before we officially conclude, we would like to introduce to you about Nisai Taster classes. So these classes are designed to give both parents and students an authentic experience of learning at Nisai before making a decision to join down a school officially. So if you are interested in, please leave the contact details in the Zoom chat. Our team will be happy to get in touch with you after this event. And as we come to the end of today's event, we would like to greatly appreciate it if you could take a moment to fill out your feedback form. So your thoughts truly help us improve the future events at Nisai. So please click on the link in the chat box that we will send to you right away, and or you can scan the QR code on the screen to complete your feedback form. Okay, we kindly ask for your sharing, your feedback about our event so that we can make an improvement for the upcoming event. Thank you so much for your attention and your kind words. Finally, we would like to extend our sincerely appreciation to everyone who made these sessions possible. Our special thanks to esteemed guest speakers for sharing your valuable insights and taking time to answer questions from our parents and students. And to all of our parents and students and partners, thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We hope this session has provided you with valuable information and greater confidence as you explore the best educational pathway for your child. Wishing you all the wonderful weekend ahead. Goodbye, and we look forward to seeing you again in the next event. Thank you so much, and good night.
Recording stopped.